Guys, we got some insane patch notes, and there are some massive changes. These changes are not for like next week or whatever, you know what I mean? These are major changes that are coming in with the new patch. So when the 20th anniversary patch comes in, these are the changes that are going to be happening, and there are some massive changes. There's lots of notes. We'll probably skim some of these, but I definitely want to go over the ones that I feel like are more important. And I haven't actually read these yet, so who knows what's important or not. Basically, let's get started without further ado. Dracthyr, new allied race, obviously. More classes are going to be able to be Dracthyr, including Hunter, Rogue, Priest, Mage, Warrior, Warlock. And believe it or not, there's actually a little bit of controversy about this. Okay. You like my Twitch story? Thank you, man. I'm glad you got to check that out. So you can see here, WoW had posted, they said, are you feeling immobile? All Dracthyr races are going to have access to double jump and glide. I don't think they have double jump, but they do have jump glide. So they do not have double jump like a Demon Hunter. That's a bit of fake news. But they do have jump glide, which is still extremely good. And Raikou was talking about the PvP balance. He said this is problematic. Double jumping and gliding is too overpowered in PvP, making Dracthyr the only race available to play. Like, imagine you're a warrior. I think you can do this. I'm not 100% sure, but imagine you're a warrior and you get blast waved and you just double jump, or you like jump glide. You don't get knocked back anymore, right? You can cancel knockbacks, which is pretty insane. And this will also be very good in RBGs, like being able to glide off like high vantage points with like the flag or something like that. It's going to be massive. So it's interesting. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. We'll have to wait and see. They updated some of the racials, so Tail Swipe's going to be a longer cooldown. Wing Buffet's going to be a longer cooldown. One of the cool things, too, is if you're not an Evoker, you can permanently play in non-dragon form, which is rad. So, yeah, you don't actually have to play in dragon form. You can just permanently be either, what is it, like your, it's the male Blood Elf model and the female human model, which is sick. Yeah, they want a lot of people to be dragon. It's going to be crazy. Yeah. You automatically shift into Dracthyr, so you can put it on. Yeah, you can make it so you basically stay in caster form forever, which is nice. All right, so let's go into the Death Knight changes. Okay, so Death Knight's got some new, Deathbringer's got some new talents. Reaper's Onslaught reduces the cooldown of Reaper's Mark by 15 seconds, but the number of Morrowrends and Obliterates empowered by Exterminate is reduced by 1. Is it choice note of Dark Talons? Swift and Painful new talent. If no enemies are struck by Soul Rupture, you gain 10% strength. Wave of Souls is 100% more effective on your main target of your Reaper's Mark. Replaces Swift End and Painful Death choice node. New talent, Reaper of Souls. When you apply Reaper's Mark, the cooldown of your Soul Reaper is reset. Your next Soul Reaper costs no runes, and it explodes regardless of the target's remaining health. Soul Reaper damage increased by 20%. So this is just for Deathbringer, right? So it's not necessarily for Unholy. It's not, well, I don't know what. I think this is only for Frost and Blood, right? I think Deathbringer is Frost and Blood. Painful Death's effects now are baseline to Exterminate. Exterminate empowers 2 Obliterates. Slash Morrowrends to summon the Scythe's baseline. Grim Reaper has been updated. Reaper's Mark initial strike grants Killing Machine 3 charges of Bone Shield. Reaper's Mark Explosion deals up to 30% increased damage based off your target's smithing health. Wither Away has been updated. Blood Plague Frost Fever deals its damage 100% faster, and the second Scythe of Exterminate applies Blood Plague Frost Fever. These are a bunch of changes. I have to play with them to kind of understand how they all work. If these are buffs or nerfs, or they're just trying to make it more fun. I think Dracthyr is going to break the game. Imagine a warrior with 2 more interrupts, a knockback immunity, rogues with 2 interrupts. We'll have to wait and see. I think it's going to be crazy for sure. Thank you, Zach. I have to see all the changes, guys. I haven't read these yet, so let's keep going through them. Binding Darkness has been updated. Rhyme Empowered, Howling Blast deals 30% increased damage. Blood Boil deals 10% increased damage, and now Shadow Frost damage applies 2 stacks of Reaper's Mark and 4 stacks as a critical strike. All right, cool. So I don't know. They're doing some rework here for Deathbringer for Death Knights. I don't really know if this is positive or negative. I need to figure it out. Arctic Assault now fires a Glacial Advance at 80%. Effectiveness was 100%. Okay, so some changes there. Demon Hunters didn't get that many changes. Demon Hunters look a little bit light on the changes. Sigil Spite has an updated icon. Hunt has an updated icon. Focused Hatred now provides bonus damage beyond one target, with the bonus reduced by 10% for each target. Vengeance Metamorphosis now heals you for 40% of your maximum health instead of modifying your health directly. Casting Metamorphosis while in demon form no longer heals you. Triggering Last Resort always heals you for 40% of your base health. This cleans up some edge cases in Metamorphosis where activating it while demon form is active sometimes would not heal you and sometimes heal you a reduced amount. Okay, so just making basically some bug fixes there. We got a bunch of Druid changes. Jeez. All right, here we go. Mostly balanced Druid changes too. So Mark of the Wild, a little bit of mana cost change there. Adaptive Swarm, some icon changes, whatever. Ravage can now be used within 20 seconds of it triggering. A bit longer on the Druid of the Claw buff. And now some huge balance changes. Let's check these out. New talent, Sunseeker's Mushrooms. Sunfire damages a chance to grow a magical mushroom. After 1 second, the mushroom detonates, dealing nature damage. And then an additional nature damage over 10 seconds. Affected targets will be slowed by 50%. This is a choice now. It's basically automatic. I've seen some things in these patch notes where they're making a lot of these effects just automatically happen within your rotation. So now you can get wild mushrooms and you don't even have to think about it. You can just Sunfire for it. I don't know how I feel about that, but makes it a bit simpler, I guess. What's up, Taki? Whirling Stars, Celestial Alignment's cooldown is reduced by 75 seconds, and it has 2 charges, but its duration is nerfed by 40%. This seems like it's actually really good. You're going to have more frequent burst windows. I think this is really good for PvP. You're going to be able to use your Celestial Alignment more often. Because like a lot of the time with these big major cooldowns, the last little bit of it isn't that important, you know? Having these windows more often to force cooldowns is more important. So I think it's actually really good for boomies. Astronomical Impact. The critical strike damage of every astral spell is increased by 20%. Okay. New talent, Crashing Stars. Shooting Stars has a 15% chance to instead call down a Crashing Star, dealing astral damage to the target and generating 4 astral power. Wow. Apparently there's some really positive Paladin changes. Well, I think Paladins are going to be good. I believe it or not, actually, first thing that happened this morning is, I won't give any names, but I do think this is just funny. I woke up this morning and I had a Discord message from one of my mage friends, and he was just freaking out about rep Paladins. Yeah, which I thought was funny. So we'll see what happens with rep Paladins. New talent, Circle of Life and Death. Moonfire, Sunfire, Stellar Flare, and Starfall deal their damage in 20% less time, and your healing over time effects in 15% less time. All right. Starfall is learned by all balanced druids at level 15. It was a talent. So, oh, wow. Everyone's going to get Starfall. Cool. I always thought it was a little bit weird. Yeah. Wild Mushroom now generates 10 astral power upon hitting a single target. Warrior of Elune increases astral power generation of affected starfires by 30%, was 40%. Nature's Grace no longer increases the damage of affected wraths and starfires. Umbral Intensity is now a 1-point talent and increases the damage of Solar Eclipse, or Solar Eclipse Wrath by 20%. Lunar Eclipse Starfire by 15%, and damage of Starfire does to nearby enemies. Okay. Yeah, we're getting right into the patch notes. I mean, they released it while I was sleeping last night, so what can I do, man? Astral Smolder chance to trigger is reduced to 35%, was 40%. These are massive changes. Makes me want to play Moonkin again. Sweet. Touch of the Cosmos has been updated. Casting Wrath and Eclipse has a 12% chance to make your next Star Surge or Starfall free. Casting Starfall and Eclipse has an 18% chance to make your next Starfall or Starfall free. Star Surge or Starfall free. Balance of All Things now grants 16 critical strike chance. Okay, that got nerfed. Orbit Breaker calls down a full moon every 30 shooting star, was 25. That got nerfed. Power of Goldrin is now a 1-point talent. Damage has been reduced. It's a lot of the time when they do these reworks, they just clean up some of the talent points. They just give you more talent points, which is nice. Obviously, getting more talents is super strong. Twin Moons moved to Starfall's position. Nature's Grace moved to Twin Moon's position. All right, they just moved some stuff around. But yeah, it seems like we got some new talents. So we got some buffs, you know, a few minor nerfs. But overall, it seems like Moonkins are pretty happy about these changes, so that's cool. Potent enhancements causes whirling stars to reduce the cooldown of celestial alignment by an additional 10 seconds. Thank you, Bam Sports Show. I appreciate you, bro.
Woo.
Control of the Dream now reads are available to... Okay, they changed the text, whatever. New talent, Reactive Resin for Resto Druid. When your restoration, heal over time effects are removed by enemies, they're replaced with Reactive Resin, healing an ally for 6 seconds. Multiple stacks. I have a question about this because this is not the first time they've done this. They're taking these Dispel Protection talents and making them in the baseline tree. Like, why? Why? Is there like effects in PvE that dispel? I'm confused. I actually don't get it because it's future boss design. Maybe, yeah, maybe healers are gonna have to deal with purges in the future. I suppose. I don't know. It seems weird though. They're doing that with Mistweaver Monk as well. Anyways, let's keep going. Evoker, Blessing of the Bronze, now costs 1% of base mana. All right, just a bunch of changes. Basically, they're just offsetting some of the nerfs they're doing to Dracthyr in general. So Evokers are kind of not as affected as much. Renewing Blaze is no longer affected by receiving modifiers, both positive and negative. Dampening an arena is a special case and will continue to decrease it. Okay, Bombardments now summons a variety of different Dracthyr models. Okay, cool. All right, we got a bunch of Hunter changes coming in here. New talent, Death Blow. Kill command, aim shot has a 10% chance to grant a Death Blow. Death Blow, the cooldown of kill shot is reset. Your next kill shot can be used on any target regardless of their current health. Steady Shot now generates 10 focus, baseline for all specs. Updated animations for volley and rapid fire. Improved kill shot has been removed. Okay, Dark Ranger. A ton of changes for Dark Ranger. Black Arrow has been redesigned. Kill shot is now replaced with Black Arrow. Black Arrow, you attempt to finish off a wounded target, dealing high shadow damage and low shadow damage over time for 10 seconds. Only usable on enemies with less than 20% health. Wow. So Black Arrow is just a big execute. Withering Fire has been redesigned. Every 4 casts of Bestial Wrath, while True Shot is active, you surrender to darkness for 12 seconds. When you gain Death Blow, Black Arrow automatically fires at your target with 2 additional Black Arrows at 50% effectiveness. Poggers. Shadow Surge has been redesigned. Periodic damage from Black Arrow has a small chance to erupt in Burst of Darkness, dealing moderate shadow damage to all enemies. Hunters, how do you feel about this? Dark Ranger seems like it's getting a lot of buffs, or a lot of good changes. What do you guys think? Shadow Hounds updated for Beast Mastery only. When summoning a Dire Beast, you have a 25% chance to summon a Shadow Hound. It's an upgrade. New visuals look good. They were unplayable before. It seems really good. Hunter's going to be broken. Perfect. As a mage player, this excites me. New talent, Black Arrow. Your auto shot now deals shadow damage. Your auto shot has a 15% chance to grant Death Blow. Phantom Pain. When kill shot or kill command and aim shot damage a target affected by Black Arrow, 5% of the damage dealt is replicated to each other unit affected by Black Arrow. That's cool. New talent, Banshee's Mark. Murder of Crows now deals shadow damage, and casting Black Arrow has a 25% chance to summon a Murder of Crow on your target. I'm going to be honest, this is actually good for mages, and I'll explain why in a second. If any of you guys, before I say it, tell me why all of these changes are good for mages. All right. New talent, the Bell's Toll. Black Arrow is now usable on enemies with greater than 80% health. Or, oh, that's amazing. This is like these kind of talents are super duper fun. Black Arrow is now usable on enemies with greater than 80% or less than 20% health. New talent, Shadow Dagger. While in combat, casting Disengage releases a fan of daggers, dealing shadow damage and slowing targets. Wow, that reminds me of something. What is that like? That's definitely being taken from a different game. A Black Powder, casting Black Arrows while Cleave Trick Shot is active, causes Black Arrows to explode. Yeah, it's from Diablo 3. Soul Drinker, when an enemy is affected by Black Arrow dies, you have a 10% chance to gain Death Blow. And they changed a bunch of visual effects. So this is great. I feel like thematically, this already sounds way cooler. Like, this makes me interested in wanting to play a Hunter, truth be told. I feel like a lot of the Hunter stuff was kind of whack. This seems good. But anyways, yeah, the whole thing with Mate, like, it seems like when you do a lot of magic damage, your damage is more balanced. If that makes any sense. Like it not exactly, but like, so what happens with hunters and mages specifically is hunters damage is normally balanced around like someone having mail armor or something like that, which is a lot of physical damage reduction. So as a mage, you always get screwed because you have low armor. So hunters are always just blasting you for giga dam. But if the damage is balanced around being magical, just ignoring armor, it's actually better for mages because we won't have that huge variance against us, which is rad. Beast Mastery. All right, we got some new Beast Mastery stuff too. It's better for the hunter and it's better for mages. Yeah, it's good. New talent, Snake Skin Quiver. Your auto shot is a 15% chance to fire a Cobra shot. I like the name. So Beast Mastery is getting some love too. These are massive changes, guys. This is a lot. Serpentine Rhythm. Casting Cobra shot increases the damage by 15%, stacking up to 6 times. Upon reaching 6 stacks, the bonus is removed and you gain 8% increased pet damage. Sweet. New talent, Barbed Scales. Casting Cobra Shot reduces the cooldown of Barbed Shot by 2 seconds. Cobra Senses has been redesigned. Now reduces the focus cost of Cobra Shot by 5, and it increases damage by 35%. Hunter's Prey has been redesigned. Kill Shot and Strike. Kill Shot will strike 1 additional target and deal 10% increased damage for each of your active pets. Stacks up to 5 times. Barb Shot damage increased by 100%. Barb Shot's cooldown increased to 18 seconds, and duration increased to 12 seconds. Barb Shot, Pet Frenzy duration increased to 12 seconds. That's good. Thrill of the Hunt duration increased to 12 seconds. Pack Tactics energy increased to 125%. Pack Tactics now replaces Steady Shot. When I was playing BM Hunter, the only thing that felt hard was maintaining your Barb Shot. And a lot of people just use weak auras for it. So this will make it, I feel like this will make it feel more natural without being so like, you know what I mean? Just being able to maintain that buff a little bit easier feels like it'll make it feel a bit more fluid. What do you guys think about these BM changes? They seem pretty solid. Barb Shot's Pet Frenzy duration is increased. Thrill of the Hunt duration is increased. Animal Companion no longer reduces the damage of all your pets. The following pet ability damage has been reduced. Okay. The following talents have been removed. Okay. They removed Kindred Spirits and improved Kill Shot. They reduced the damage of Smack, Bite, Claw, Bloodshed, Kill Command, and Stomp. Yep. Nice stuff. All right, here we go. Marksmanship changes. New talent, Pincushion. Casting Steady Shot. Steady Shot reduces the cooldown of Aim Shot by 2 seconds. Cool. New talent, Improved Death Blow. Aim Shot has a 15% chance, and Rapid Fire now has a 25% chance to grant Death Blow. Kill Shot, critical strike damage is increased by 25%. Improved Steady Shot has been updated. Now makes Steady Shot grant an additional 10% focus. Precise Shots has been updated, renamed to Precise Shot. Now reduces your next cast of Arcane Shot, Chimera Shot, or Multi-Shot to deal 100% increased damage. Was 2 at 70%. Okay. Steady Shot has been updated. Casting Steady Shot increases your haste by 8% for 15 seconds. Steady Shot no longer plays its visual effects when refreshed. True Shot now reduces the focus cost of Aim Shot. Rapid Barrage, Rapid Fire effectiveness increased to 40%. The positioning of Unurning Vision and calling the shots has been swapped. Eagle Talent's focused True Focus has been removed. And then a bunch of changes here to Survival Hunter. Next up, we have Mage. We'll look at that in disappointment. Spoiler alert. Ruthless Marauder has been redesigned. Damage from Fear of the Eagle has a 20% chance to generate a stack of Tip of the Spear. When Fury of Eagle ends, your haste is increased by 8% for 10 seconds. Now a 1-point talent. Cool. Merciless Blows has been redesigned. Butchery causes affected targets to bleed for heavy damage over 12 seconds. Woo! A Sikkim has now been updated. Kill Command's chance to grant Death Blow is increased to 15%, and Death Blow now makes Kill Shot strike up to 2 additional targets. Your chance to gain Death Blow is doubled during coordinated assault. Exposed Flank has been updated. Now empowers your next Kill Command to deal 50% increased damage. Strike 3 targets and generate a Tip of Spear stack for each target it hit. Fear of the Eagle damage has been increased. Fear of the Eagle channel time has been reduced. Kill Command resets no longer reduce the cooldown of Fury of the Eagle. Butchery damage increased. Butchery no longer has charges and its cooldown is increased to 15 seconds. Tip of the Spear consumption grace period has been reduced to 0.3 seconds, was 0.7. Primal or Relentless Primal Ferocity now grants 2 additional stacks of Tip of the Spear. The position of Ranger and terms of engagement has been swapped. Pack Leader, Howl of the Pack now increases Wildfire Bomb damage, and Wild Attacks now also increase the damage of your Raptor Strike. So it seems to me really positive changes for Hunter overall, especially with the Dark Ranger theme. Beastmaster is looking a lot better. Marksmanship seems solid. Survival seems solid, which seems good. Honestly, I want every spec to be fun. I want every spec to be good. Now let's get to mages. Please pick a spec and class for me to main. I keep re-rolling. Yeah. Yep. I think that's how it's going to be. Ven reading patch notes is like our parents reading us fairy tales from a book. Yeah. All right, let's get into Mage. You ready? Okay. Arcane Intellect, mana cost reduced, shifting power has a new icon. Great. Spell Slinger, signature spell. New talent, signature spell, choice nodes with shifting shards. When Magi Spark explodes, you conjure 6 arcane splinters for arcane, and for frost, consuming Winter's Chill with a glacial spike conjures 2 additional splinters. I kind of like that. This gives you a little bit more burst on your burst, I guess. You can kind of control when you get more splinters. Splinter Storm has a 5% chance to generate clear casting. That's awesome. That's a really positive change. Oh, these are I like all these changes. Simple but good. Splinter Storm no longer applies Winter's Chill. This is really clunky, but now Splinter Storm has a chance to give you a brain freeze. That's great. We like that, guys. We're going to be getting more Arcane Missile procs and more brain freeze procs. All right, new talent, Aether Vision. Consuming Nether Precision with Arcane Blast increases the damage of your next barrage by 10% and causes it to generate 2 arcane charges, stacks up to 2 times. All right. More barrage modifiers. I'm liking it. Great. Time Loop has been updated. Now also increases the duration of Arcane Debilitation by 2 seconds, and its chance to trigger increased to 25%, was 15%. Lay Drinker has been updated. No longer affects Arcane Barrage, and casting Touch of the Magi now grants Lay Drinker. Lay Drinker's chance to trigger increased to 25%. Okay. Charged Orb has been updated. Now also increases the damage of your Arcane Orb by 15%. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it. A little bit of orb damage. A little bit more orb damage. I like it. Consortium's Bauble has been updated. Now increases Arcane Blast damage by 8% and reduces its mana cost by 5%. Consortium's Bauble position on the tree has been changed. Okay, we'll have to see. Fixed an issue that caused Arcane Deliberation to contribute twice its damage increase. Fixed an issue that allowed players to double dip the last second. Nether Precision with a spell queued Arcane Barrage. Wait, what? I thought they said they wanted to keep this in the game. Wait, what does this mean? Wait, Arcane Mages, I need help. So, let me, you can't... Oh, okay. Joke's on us, I guess. I thought they specifically said they wanted to keep that in the game. We could clip it. Yeah, no, you could Arcane Blast Barrage, which was really fun. Okay. Think about the new talent on top, it plays the same. Oh, I guess, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, the new talent at the top. Okay, yeah. Okay, I understand. Talents in 2-gate have swapped positions. This makes sense. Consuming another precision with Arcane Blast increases... Oh, let's think about this, guys. This new talent kind of fixes that. Okay, great. Thank you. They removed Resonant Orbs and basically just gave us the orb damage for free with charged orbs. Great. Love it. Get out of here. Fire. Majesty of the Phoenix has been updated. Casting Phoenix Flames causes your next Flame Strike to have its critical strike chance increased by 20%. And critical strike damage increased by 20%. Stacks 3 times. Don't care about this. This is PvE change. Like, I'm going to be honest. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but in terms of PvP, I hate Flame Strike. If I never cast another Flame Strike again, I'll be happy. So, whatever. This is a Mythic Plus thing for me. Maybe it's a PvP thing, but doesn't stoke me. Heat Shimmer can now once again trigger while casting Scorch. Cool. Heat Shimmer is no longer consumed when it triggers during a Scorch cast. That's cool. Fuel the Fire is now shown in the spellbook. Great. Fixed an issue that prevented Pyromaniac from being able to trigger Hypothermia. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. But Pyro still needs buffs. Dude, I'm so, like, I don't know, whatever. An issue causing controlled destruction to increase ignite damage by an additional 0.5% has been resolved. Doesn't really matter. All right, here are the big changes, guys. We got some big changes coming to monks and paladins. So monks and paladins are getting some huge changes. So I need you guys to, like, strap in, focus. Okay, you need to focus. I know we've been going over a lot of patch notes. I've been doing a lot of reading, but now is the time for you guys to dial the frick in. Dial in, okay? Pay attention, kids. This is crazy. All right. No stretch break. Maybe after Mistweaver we can take a little break. All right, Mistweaver. New passive ability, Dome of Mist. Enveloping Mist transforms 80% of its remaining periodic heal into a Dome of Mist when dispelled, absorbing damage and increasing healing received by 30%. This is what I'm talking about. I'm confused why they're adding this to the PvP tree. Or, sorry, the PvE tree. Because as far as I know, there's not many dispel mechanics in PvE, right? So you're basically just going to get the dispel protection for free. So you just get a free PvP talent, which is big. Ancient Teachings is now a baseline effect and transfers damage from Crackling Jade Lightning, but now transfers 30% of its damage into healing. Ancient Teachings is a baseline effect and transfers damage from Crackling Jade Lightning, but now transfers 30% of the damage into healing. Okay, so Ancient Teachings is now passive. New talent, Jadefire Teachings. After casting Jadefire Stomp or Thunder Focus T, Ancient Teachings transfers an additional 140% to healing for 15 seconds. While Jadefire Teachings is active, your stamina is increased. New talent, Refreshment. Life Cocoon now grants 5 stacks of Mana Tea and applies 2 stacks of healing elixirs to its target. Very strong. New talent, Rushing Wind Kick. Kick up powerful wind, dealing nature damage in a 25-yard cone to enemies in front of you, split evenly amongst them. The damage is increased by 5% for each target hit, up to 30%. It grants Rushing Jade Wind for 4 seconds, increases Renewing Mist Healing by 50%, replaces Rising Sun Kick, choice noted Jadefire Teachings. Seems freaking crazy. I mean, just reading it sounds crazy. All right, so new talent that replaces Rising Sun Kick. Look kind of cool. Look at this one. New talent, Jade Empowerment. Listen to this. Casting Thunder Focus T increases your next Crackling Jade Lightning damage by 1,000% and causes it to chain to 4 additional enemies. Choice node with Dance of Chi-Ji. So I would greatly prefer, ladies and gentlemen, like, please explain. I would greatly prefer that the patch notes just said we're buffing Crackling Jade Lightning by 500%. Obviously, it's not good. All right. So obviously, it's so bad if you have to buff it by 1,000%. They should just buff the base a bit. I'm totally fine with casting Thunder Focus T. Makes it way better. But 1,000% just means the base effect is just completely garbage. So I'm stoked, but also, why does it need to be buffed by 1,000%? Like, even it should be insane if you're buffing it by like 200%, right? So I don't think this is, like, I'm happy that Crackling Jade Lightning is going to do damage, but it should just do more damage. They also increased it by 100% here. So, like, think about how bad it was. Okay? Think about it being so unbelievably bad before, but that it had to be doubled in damage and then add a 1,000% modifier on it. How is that even real? That's how bad it was. But I'm happy. I'm not going to complain because they're buffing it, but it's kind of hilarious that it was so unbelievably bad. So they're buffing the base effect by double and then timesing it by 1,000. Or times 10 or whatever. Yeah, times 10, not 1,000. Yes, math. Anyways, Common Coalescent has been redesigned, increasing the absorb. The point remains, all right? Point remains. Calming Coalescence has been redesigned, increases the absorbed amount of life cocoon by 80%. Crackling Jade Lightning now channels 25% faster. Black Oak Kick damage has been increased. Awakened Jade Fire now additionally causes Black Oak Kick to strike 2 additional targets. Dance of Chi-Ji, chance to trigger has been increased by 100%. The talent has moved locations. Enveloping Mist can now be dispelled. So they made it so it can be dispelled, but they're adding the Dispel Protection in the tree. And then they removed Nourishing Chi and Ancient Coordinates. But I guess Mystery Monks are going to be able to do damage. The only thing I'm afraid of is getting interrupted, you know? Could be they didn't want Crackle to be a part of your rotation before, just a tool to tag a mob from ranged. Yeah, definitely. They don't want people just sitting there and channeling, but I feel like you're at least opening up your healing tree. I don't think it would be that bad. You know what I mean? But I understand the concern. But yeah, it's going to be really nice that Mistweaver has some range damage. That's sweet. Now, okay, so like Mistweaver Monks, definitely solid changes. We're happy about that. It's going to be good. Good. We're happy. See what happens with Paladins. Okay, guys, so Paladins got a lot of changes. I want you guys to remember when we're going through these Paladin changes, all of these changes that you see here, okay, all these changes that you see here are also for Rep Paladin. So this is just not, these are not just Holy Paladin changes. These are also Rep Paladin changes and Prop Paladin changes, okay? So a lot of these are going to be buffing Rep Paladin. So let's see how it goes. I'm not a Rep Paladin hater. Let's just see what it is, because I haven't read these yet, but let's see. New talent, Holy Rituals. Allies are healed when you cast a blessing spell on them and healed again when the blessing ends. Okay. When you Blessing of Freedom, Blessing of Protection. Cool. Someone said, didn't Rep Paladins have a big rework in season 2 and 3? They did, yeah. They're getting another rework. Deal with it, haters. Deal with it, all right? New talent, Worthy Sacrifice. This one makes me laugh a little bit. You automatically cast Blessing of Sacrifice onto allies within 40 yards when they receive damage below 35% health. and you were not in LOS of control effect. This effect activates 100% of Blessing of Sacrifice's cooldown. So they have automatic Blessing of Sacrifice now if you get low health. Yep. I don't like this personally. I don't like this. Obviously, you just get an automatic save. That kind of gameplay I'm never a big fan of. So I don't like it at all. New talent, Steed of Liberty. Divine Steed also grants Blessing of Freedom. Oh! All right. Divine Steed gives you freedom now. That's cool. New talent, Eye for an Eye. Melee and range attackers. Melee and range attackers receive holy damage each time they strike you during your Argent Defender, Divine Protection. So, okay. Eye for an Eye for melee and ranged. Sounds good. New talent, Stoicism. The duration of stun effects is reduced by 20%. Ooh, we're orcs. So, Rep Paladins are now orcs. All right. New talent, Wrench Evil. Turn Evil's cast time is reduced by 100%. Sweet. New talent, Stand Against Evil. Turn Evil now affects 5 additional nearby enemies. Yeah, goodbye, Demo Warlocks. A Demo Warlock summons his little army. Imagine you're a Demo Warlock and you're just summoning all your abilities, and the Rep Paladin just AoE fears your whole team away. Nice. Cool talent. Yeah, it's cool, but all right. Righteous Protection. Blessing of Sacrifice now removes and prevents all poison and disease effects. What? Blessing of Sacrifice removes and prevents all. So you're immune to poison and diseases with Blessing of Sacrifice. Okay. The cooldown of Repentance and Blinding Light are reduced by 15 seconds. Wait, what? Does that mean Repentance has no cooldown? Repentance has no cooldown. Rep Paladins have polymorph now. So Holy Paladins and Rep Paladins have polymorph. Literally. Okay. Cool. New talent, Sacred Strength. Holy Power spending abilities are 2% more effective. I will say this. Rep Paladins are going to be using precog now. 100%. You're going to be a caster Paladin. I swear every single Paladin's going to have precog. Every single Rep Paladin. Okay. Sacred Strength, Holy Power, spending abilities are 2% more effective. Choice Node with Divine Purpose. Divine Seed's cooldown is reduced by 20%, but its duration is reduced. Okay. That's going to be really good at the freedom. You know what I mean? It's going to allow you to get on your target. I think most people will probably play that. Because you're going to just want the little freedom sprint, you know? Adjust reward after cleanse successfully removes an effect from ally, they are healed. Okay. Impure and Ward, Lay on Hand grants the target 100% increased armor and now ignores healing reduction effects. I kind of like that. I feel like Lay on Hands was kind of shit, to be honest. I'm kind of okay with this. It's going to be really, really strong, but I'm okay with that. Lay on Hands was really garbage. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it was good. It wasn't bad, but in certain times it was kind of meh. So it's going to be better in dampening. It might just be dampening proof, which is going to be insanely. It might be too good then, but new talent Lightbearer, 10% of all healing done to you from other sources heals up 4 nearby allies. Wait, what? 10% of all healing done to you from other sources heals up to 4. That's insane. What? So now when you heal a Rep Paladin or a Holy Paladin, it just splashes onto the whole team. New talent, Selfless Healer, Flash of Light and Holy Light are 30% more effective on your allies, and 40% of the healing done also heals you. Okay. Inspired Guard, Argent Defender and Divine Purpose, healing increases healing taken. Holy shit, that's so good. Dude, what is happening, man? That's really good for Rep Paladins. It's good for Holy Paladins too, but Holy Reprieve, your forbearance duration is reduced by 10 seconds. Light's Revocation, removing harmful effects with Divine Shield heals you for 10% of each effect removed. This heal cannot exceed 30% of your maximum health. Divine Shield may now also be cast. Divine Shield may also be cast while forbearance is active. They fixed the double Paladin issue in Shuffle. Yeah, all these changes. I know. That's crazy though. Dude, Paladins are going to be really strong. I think Holy Paladins and Rep Paladins are back. Finally, dude, Rep Paladins are going to be good. Holy crap. It's about time. Blessed Calling. Allies affected by your blessings have a 15% increased movement speed. Cool. Lead the Charge. Divine Steed reduces the cooldown of 4 nearby allies' major movement abilities. Your movement speed is increased by 3%. That's cool. So your Divine Steed reduces... that's nice. Divine Reach, the radius of your oars is increased by 20 yards. Fist of Justice has been redesigned. The cooldown of Hammer of Justice is reduced by 15 seconds. Okay. Sanctified Wrath has been redesigned. Now increases the duration of Avenging Wrath and causes its respective specialization effect. Concentrated Ground is now in the class tree. Aura of the Resolute now additionally teaches the Paladin Crusader Strike. Seasoned Warhorse is now a passive. Judgment damage increased by 10%. Big damn Judge. Judgment cooldown has been reduced. Hammer of Justice, base cooldown is reduced to 45. So Hodge is going to be 30-second cooldown. Does that mean it's not... did they remove the CDR from it? So it's always going to be 30 seconds? Is that true? I could be wrong, but I think that's what's going on. So it's just... Okay. So no more CDR, but it's just 30 seconds. Avenging Wrath now increases your critical strike chance by default. Unbound Freedom now additionally targets a nearby ally by default if you cast Blessing. Oh, nice. They made Unbound Freedom much cleaner. You just use it on yourself now. Dude, Rep Paladins and Solo Shuffle are going to be blasting, bro. That shit's going to be so good. I swear, man. Lightforge Blessing now heals for 3% of your maximum health for all specializations. Of Dusk and Dawn, Blessing of Dawn's effect has been increased by 10%. Divine Tools icon has been updated. The following talents are now 1 point. Fist of Justice, Holy Aegis. The following talents are now 2 point. Vengeful Wrath, Zealot's Paragon, and they removed a bunch of talents. Seal of Crusader, Vanguard's Movement, Golden Path, Strength of Conviction, Fading Light, Seal of Order, Seal of Mercy, Touch of Light. I'm so happy that I leveled my Paladin. I'm not going to lie. I'm so happy that I leveled my Paladin. Super T says they just put up the bumpers for Rets so they can't throw gutter balls. Oh, God, man. When will it stop? When will it stop? All right, Lightsmith. New Paladin, Authoritative Rebuke. Successfully interrupting an enemy spellcast reduces your rebuke's cooldown by 1 second. Effect increased by 100% while wielding a holy armament, so you get some cooldown reduction on your interrupt. Tempered in battle. When you are an ally wielding a holy bulwark or healed above maximum health, transfer 100% of the overhealing to your ally. When you are an ally wielding a sacred weapon, drop below 40% health, redistribute your health immediately, and every 1 second for 4 seconds. It sounds like it could be really good. The auto-proc talents won't be used by higher level Rets since you want to control when you do the thing. Maybe. That's possible, for sure. Yo, Nicholas, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Holy, Word of Glory, healing increase, Shield of Righteousness, damage increase. Protection, new talent, Refining Fire. Enemy struck by Avenging Shield, burn with Holy Fire, suffering damage over time. Word of Glory, healing increase. Shield of Righteousness, healing increased. Retribution, Shield of Righteousness, damage increased. Word of Glory increased. All right, cool. And that's they just removed a talent, so they're just increasing that for all 3 specializations. Yeah. So what do you guys think about the Paladin changes? Come on, what do you think, Frumples? Frumples, you're the rep Paladin here. Like, are we feeling good about this? I feel like the no cooldown repentance is insane. The freedom on Divine Shield is like, 20-second. What do they do? They buff lay on hands. What do they do? So repentance now is polymorph. Holy Paladins and rep Paladins have polymorph, literally. They have the automatic sacrifice. People are saying maybe they won't use them. You get the freedom on your mount, which is good. They fixed the repentance issue. Hamsey, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. You seems really happy about that. I'm really excited to play Holy Paladin, honestly. Holy Paladin having spam rep is going to be so damn good. I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, let's continue, guys. We got to get through these patch notes. Let's see what's up. People only care about Mage and Rogue. Ret will get nerfed. What do you mean? Yo, Diff Nicholas, thank you for the 10 gifted subs, man. I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you. You guys, I'm going to be honest. Stop putting Mage and Rogue on the same. Mages and Rogues are not the same, okay? That's like something we've all been saying. Mages and Rogues, Mages and Rogues. We all know Rogues are the #1 enemy, okay? Rogues are a cut above the rest. It's Rogues, all right? Leave Mages alone. We're down there with rep Paladins, all right? I don't want to hear it. Priest. Powered Fortitude now costs 1% base mana. Sweet. Archon sustained. Sustained potency has been updated. It now also causes the duration of Apotheosis, Dark Ascendance, Void Form for up to 20 seconds while out of combat or affected by a loss of control. Fixed an issue causing Cyclone and similar effects to prevent Halos from Power Surge. Yo, Super T's, just real quick. Rest or Balance Druid changes. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Just as fast as you can. It seemed cool, but I just want to know what your thoughts are. Entropic Rift now has a hostile variant for PvP. Entropic Rift now has a hostile variant for PvP combat, so you can differentiate from a friendly Entropic Rift. Okay. Entropic Rift now displays a low noise version for your allies instead of being completely invisible. Okay. All right, Super T says he's not sure. All right, cool. From Darkness Comes Light has been updated. All right, so just really minor priest things. Rogue. All right, Rogue actually looks like it got some changes here. Let's see. New talent, Thrill Seeking. Shadow Step, Assassination, Subtlety, Grappling Hook, Outlaw has 1 additional charge. What? Don't they are wait, don't they are Well, let's continue reading before I Okay. Thistlety now automatically triggers when energy is reduced by below 50%. Auto Thistlety. I don't even know if rogues will like that. Cut to the chase now grants slice and dice duration instead of requiring an existing slice and dice to extend it. Shadow Step has been removed. Shadow Step is still automatically granted for assassination and subtlety. Ooh! So Outlaw rogues are going to have double grapple. They'll have 2 charges of grapple and Shadow Step. Cool. Pika says rogues got shit on again. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see what happens with rogues. I'm not you guys, I've been playing against some rogues and they've been seeming real solid. So we'll have to wait. I think it's a wait and see thing. Yeah. Soothing Darkness now heals for 30% of maximum health over 6 seconds. Was 15. Effect no longer triggers from Shadow Dance. Okay. Echoing Reprimand icon has been updated. Flagellation icon has been updated. Inevitability renamed to Inevitable End. Inevitable End double jeopardy effects now indicate they can match any flip outcome, not just one face or the other. Deliver Doom now provides bonus damage when more than one target is nearby, with the bonus reduced 6% for each nearby target. Assassination Twist the Knife now enables Envenom effects to overlap up to 2 times. The Envenom tooltip updated to contextually reflect the overlapping behavior when Twist the Knife is known. Outlaw Crackshot now refreshes the cooldown of Between the Eyes. Precise Cuts now increase the blade for your damage by 4%. Per missing target below its max was 2. Keep it rolling. Cooldown reduced to 6 minutes. Blade Flurry's area of effect range increased to match the distance of when its previous version with Acrobatic Strikes was talented. Subtlety, new talent, Death Perception. Symbols of Death has a 1-2 additional charges, 2-point talent. Oh. Then they remove Sepsis and Invigorating Shadow Dust. Good. I don't like either of those. Get them out of there. Low key, the Shaman changes are as big as the Paladin changes. Dude, what in the world is going on with frickin' dude, what? Look at these Shaman changes. Didn't Shamans just get like the fattest rework ever? All right, well, let's see. What before I read these, are we Shaman changes, smile or unhappy face? Like, are we excited about these? Let's wait and find out, I suppose. I don't know yet. Read for me. All right, I'm gonna read for you, bro. Shamans can now float on water while they're in their Ascendance form. Cool. Mana Spring no longer has an aura displaying who is benefiting from it. Okay. Primary Waves icon has been updated. Okay. Farseer. Elemental Blast from Ancestors now prioritize your most recently attacked target. Ancestors now prefer to Chain Lightning your target when you cast Chain Lightning, or the targeted version of Earthquake. Ancestors now summoned equipped with a Rogue Shaman set. All right. Stormbringer, new talent, Lightning Conduit. You have a chance to get struck by lightning, increasing your movement speed by 50% for 5 seconds. This effectiveness is increased to 100% in outdoor areas. You call down a thunderstorm when you reincarnate. Okay. Lightning Conduit. You have a chance to get struck by lightning, increasing your movement speed. All right. New talent, Electroshock. Tempest increases your movement speed by 20%. This seems like they want to give Shaman some more mobility. Storm Swell has been redesigned. Tempest grants 10% mastery for 6 seconds. Now a choice note against Supercharge. Nature's Protection has been redesigned. Lightning Shield reduces the damage you take by 3%. Surging Currents has been redesigned. When you cast Tempest, you gain Surging Currents, increasing the effectiveness of your next chain heal or healing surge by 20% up to 100%. Conductive Energy spell icon is the same as Lightning Rod. Unlimited Power tooltip updated. Shocking Grasp was then removed. For enhancement shamans, Awaking Storm damage reduced by 35%. All right, this is just Stormbringer, by the way. So let's go into Elemental. Elemental, it seems like Shaman got a bunch of new talents and stuff like that. Let's see what's going on. Let's get into it. Several talents have moved position. New talent, Herald of Storms. Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning cast to reduce the cooldown of Stormkeeper by 2 seconds. Choice node with Fury of the Storms. Okay. Erupting Lava. Increases the duration of Flame Shock by 6 seconds. Lava Burst consumes up to 3 seconds of Flame Shock, instantly dealing that damage. Lava Burst Overload benefits at 50% effectiveness. New talent, Charge Conduit, increases the duration of Lightning Rod by 4 seconds and increases its damage bonus by 25%. New talent, Earth Shatter, increases the damage of Earth Shock and Earthquake by 8% and increases the stat bonuses granted by Elemental Blast by 25%. Someone said, this is a whole new expansion stuff. Why did they release it mid-season? It's not. Well, it's coming in a 0.5 patch. Yeah, it's going to be... I mean, they do that all the time. If you guys are new to retail, the 0.5 patches are normally loaded with stuff, so totally makes sense. Ascendance has been redesigned. Transform into a Flame Ascendance for 15 seconds. Instantly casting Flame Shock and a 100% effectiveness Lava Burst to... What? All right. So, Ascendance has been redesigned. Transform into a Flame Ascendant. So when you press Ascendance, you instantly Flame Shock and Lava Burst 6 enemies. While ascended, Elemental Overload damage is increased by 150% and spells affected by your Mastery Overload. Is it just me or does Ascendant sound like it's really strong now? Gorthar, thank you for the Prime. Ascendance no longer increases the critical strike damage of Lava Burst, replaces Chain Lightning with Lava Beam, or removes the cooldown. So it's just basically you automatically spread your Flame Shocks, your Elemental Overload damage is increased, and you automatically Lava Burst everyone. Okie dokie. Artichoke, that's going to be strong. Elemental Overload now also increases pet damage. The cooldown of Meteor, Immolate, Call, Lightning, and Storm Fury now reset when Fire's Elemental or Storm Elemental are refreshed. Wind Gust and Storm Elemental now grant 4% haste instead of 3. Wind Gust is now on the personal resource display. Stacks of Gusts of Wind are no longer reset with a lesser Storm Elemental. Deeply Rooted Elements now triggers from Earth Shock, Elemental Blast, and Earthquake instead of Lava Burst. Frost Shock damage increased by 30%. Ice Sphere can now trigger from casting Lightning Bolt or Chain Lightning in addition to Lava Burst. Ice Sphere now causes your next Frost Shock to be empowered and causes Frost Shock to hit 4 additional targets. Jeez. Ice Fury now increases Frost Shock damage by 150%. Frost Shock, Flame Shock, and Primordial Wave now generate 3 Maelstrom. Liquid Magma Totem now generates 8 Maelstrom. Ice Fury now causes Frost Shock to generate an additional 7 Maelstrom. Flash of Lightning now no longer reduces the cooldown of nature spells and Lightning Bolt, and Chain Lightnings are cast. Fire Elemental and Storm Elemental now last 20 seconds. Lesser Elementals from Echo of the Elements now last 10 seconds. So your Elementals don't last as long. Storm Frenzy now reduces the cast time of Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning by 30%. Was 40. Storm Frenzy now reduces the global cooldown of its associated spells if the spell has a low enough cast time to be under the normal global cooldown. Fear of the Storms now summons a powerful Lightning Elemental for 10 seconds. Primordial Wave also grants Lava Surge. That's really good. Lightning Conduit, renamed Lightning Capacitor. And then they remove Skybreaker's Fiery Demise and Unrelenting Calamity. These are just okay, those are LE changes. Yeah. What do you guys think about these LE changes? Ascendance has been redesigned. You become a god and instantly kill everyone. Yeah. Yeah, sheesh. I scrolled too fast? I didn't. I don't like the look of Ascendance, old and new. Dude, it looks like a troll doll now. The Deeply Rooted Elements change is the most interesting to me. Deeply Rooted Elements. Deeply Rooted Elements now triggers from Earth Shock, Elemental Blast, or Earthquake instead of Lava Burst. Deeply Rooted Elements. I don't know why my mouse is really weird with these patch notes. I'm like lagging. I don't know what this is. Oh, the Ascendance procs. Oh. So now when you Earth Shock, it can proc your Ascendance? It means less. Overall, the consensus I've read is Ellie is gutted. Ellie is gutted? Really? How? You get way less procs. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I think. I don't know. Like, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong and feel free to disagree with me, but I feel like elemental shamans have been kind of like stale for a little while. You know what I mean? Like, Ellie Shaman's literally just hopping around. This is Ellie Shaman's. It's as boring as Frost Mage. You just hop around, you just flame shock, you earth shock, you lava burst, you proc a lava burst, you proc a lava burst, you flame shock this guy, you flame shock this guy, you primordial wave, you lava burst, lava burst, lava burst, earth shock, lava burst, earth shock. It's like, I feel like it's kind of needed something different. You know what I mean? When you have basically 3 attacks, and they did rework it already, but I think like the classic meatball of literally just pressing 3 buttons, flame shock, lava burst, earth shock, has been needing an update for a while. And this is just like from an outsider point of view. So yeah, we'll see. Let's go Enhancement Shaman. Hopefully honestly, Enhancement Shaman was kind of, I played a decent amount of Enhancement Shaman. I didn't like it. I felt like Enhancement Shaman is kind of unnecessarily complicated in Dragonflight. Like, I would actually be happy if they made it a little bit simpler. If it's like, I think the version of Enhancement Shaman that I liked the most was the Lightning build. You know what I mean? Where you're actually using Storm Strike and stuff like that. Like, the weird hybrid caster build, like, I didn't like that. Someone said they fixed that here. Let's see what they did. New talent, Flowing Spirits. Your damaging abilities have a chance to summon a Feral Spirit for 8 seconds. Replaces Feral Spirit functioning with Elemental Spirits and Alpha Wolf choice node with Witch Doctor's Ancestry. Okay. New talent, Lightning Spark. Chain Lightning marks an enemy with Lightning Spark and has a chance to make your next Flame Shock become a Tremor Shock. Tremor Shock instantly shocks up to 6 Lightning Spark targets with concussive force, causing nature damage and applying Flame Shock. New talent, Molten Thunder. The cooldown of Sundering is reduced by 10 seconds, but it can no longer incapacitate. Storm Surge has a small chance to also reset the cooldown of Sundering. Okay. Ice Strike has been redesigned. Whenever you spend Maelstrom Weapon, your Frost Shock has a chance to become an Ice Strike. I like that. Doomwinds has been updated. Unleash a devastating storm around yourself, dealing storm strike damage every 1 second to nearby enemies, increasing your chance to activate Wind Fury by 200%, and the damage of Wind Fury weapon. I like that one too. Doomwinds was really weird to use. I hated using Doomwinds before, so I like this. But I'm not an Enhancement Shaman. I realize that my opinion might be different than like Enhancement Shaman mains, but as someone who dabbled in it a little bit, it feels a little better, or it seems a little better. Arc Discharge has been updated. Tempest makes your next Chain Lightning or Lightning Bolt instant cast, dealing 40% increased damage and cast an additional time. Does not consume Maelstrom stacks. Thorm's Invocation has been updated. Now causes deeply rooted elements to last 2 seconds longer. Thus reduce the cooldown of Ascendance by 60 seconds instead of increasing the damage of Chain Lightning and Lightning Bolt. Remaining effects unchanged. The second part of Enhancement Shaman Mastery that resets Storm Strike cooldown has been renamed from Stormbringer to Storm Surge. Supercharges Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning now have 35% chance to refund 2 Maelstrom. Chain Lightning now reduces the cooldown of Crash Lightning for each target hit. Crash Lightning's range is changed to 8 yards, was 12. Molten Assault's range is now 10 yards, was 12. Primal Maelstrom now causes Primordial Wave to generate 3/5 stacks of Maelstrom weapon. Witch Doctor's Ancestry now reduces the cooldown of Feral Spirit by 1 whenever a stack of Maelstrom weapon is generated. Flame Tongue weapon damage increased. Fire Nova is now unavailable when there are no Flame Shock targets within 40 yards. Master Reset on Storm Strike no longer has a UI overlay and now displays in combat text. Huh? Hot Hands no longer has a UI overlay display. Hot Hands now has a visual on the character when the effect is active. Hot Hands now has a visual on the character on activation. Okay. Ashen Catalyst no longer highlights Lava Lash when it reached 8 stacks. Ashen Catalyst stacks are now displayed on the Lava Lash ability Wind Fury weapon attacks now have an animation, sound, and impact visual effect. That's cool. Doom Winds now has an animation, sound, and impact visual effect. Stormbringer only highlights Storm Strike and displays the UI for 1.25 seconds. Elemental Weapons is now 1 point talent. Storm Strike replaces Wind Strike animation, and visual effects have been updated. Totemic. What is this? Reactivity has been redesigned. While Hot Hands is active, Lava Lash shatters. Woo! 1 sec, guys. I need to like... Oh, just give me... I'm going to slap myself. Dude, I did not expect to be waking up and read this for an hour. All right, here we go. Let me get some water. Let's dial in. Focus up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like... there's a lot of reading. I'm not good at reading. Dial. All right, reactivity has been redesigned. While Hot Hands is active, Lava Lash shatters the earth, causing sundering at 30% effectiveness. Sunderings from this effect do not incapacitate. Reactivity's previous effect, Searing Volley, to up to 5 nearby enemies has been merged into Lively Totems. Siri, be quiet. Whirling Elements, Whirling Fire has been redesigned. Your next Lava Lash or Hot Hands now grants, or your next Lava Lash or Fire Nova grants you Hot Hands for 8 seconds. This will add its time to activate Hot Hands unnecessarily. Whirling Elements. Whirling Earth has been redesigned. Direct damage of your next Flame Shock is increased by 30% and is applied to 5 nearby enemies. Whirling Elements. Whirling Air has been redesigned. Your next Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, and Elemental Blast unleash 3 surging bolts to your totem. At your totem. Imbued Mastery has been updated. Increases the chance for Wind Fury weapon to trigger by 10%. And increasing its damage by 15%. When Flame Tongue weapon triggers from Wind Fury weapon attacks, it has a chance to gather a whirl of flame around the target, dealing its damage to all nearby enemies. Atomic rebound triggering spells updated. All right, cool. Atomic rebound triggering spells updated from Storm Strike to Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, and Elemental Blast. Blizzard casually dropped the New Testament in patch notes. I mean, this is crazy, bro. We're almost done, though. We're almost gotten through it. I've been live here for an hour of reading, dude. Holy God. All right, here we go. Restoration. New talent. Calming. New talent. Coalescing Water. Chain Heal increases the initial healing of your next Riptide by 75%, stacking up to 2 times. And Chain Heal's mana cost is reduced by 15%. Reactive Warding now also allows Water Shield and Earth Shield and Water Shield to consume charges of the shields 1 second faster. High Tide progress is now tracked through an aura called Swelling Tide. When Swelling Tide stacks count reach 100, High Tide triggers. High Tide's progress now resets at the start of the raid encounter in Mythic Plus. Chain Heal from Lively Totems are now cast by the Shaman. This is intended to clarify that Chain Heal's cast as well will interact with Shaman talents and effects that enhance Chain Heal. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wait, that seems good, right? They're going to get that fatty Riptide from their totems using Chain Heal. Updated the wording on Surging Totem and Oversurge to clarify its functionality. Fixed an issue causing Nature's Swiftness to be consumed when Surging Totem is fixed. Fixed an issue causing Chain Heal from Totemic Rebound to sometimes target pets instead of players. Fixed an issue causing Reactive Warding to not heal the Shaman sometimes when refreshing Earth Shield and Elemental Orbit. Okay. Okay, there's not that much, guys. We're on the final stretch. We're on the final stretch, ladies and gentlemen. We finished these ones. Let's go to Warlock. All right, a few changes here for Warlock. Here we go. Soul Rot icon has been updated. Cool. Diabolic Ritual has been updated. Chaos Bolt, Rain of Fire, and Shadowburn grant Diabolic Ritual for 20 seconds. If Diabolical Ritual is already active, the duration is reduced by 1 second. Instead, when Diabolical Ritual expires, you gain Demonic Art, causing your next Chaos Bolt, Rain of Fire, Shadowburn to summon an Overload Mother of Chaos Pit Lord and unleash devastating attacks. Nerfed by 90% in PvP, by the way. Touch of Rancora has been updated. Demonic Art increased the damage of your next Chaos Bolt, Rain of Fire, Shadowburn by 100% and reduced its cast time by 50%. Chaos Bolt reduces the duration of Diabolic Ritual by 1 second. We're adjusting Diabolical Ritual to avoid a situation where constantly casting Rain of Fire, due to its instant cast time, provides the best output for Diabolist. To avoid adding Diabolist Ritual lengthy tooltip, we're adding the functionality Touch of Rancora to add further value to casting Chaos Bolt so that the cast time doesn't hinder its usefulness. All right, cool. Champion Spear icon has been updated. Cool. Warbreaker's radius is increased to 10 yards. Great. Crushing Force now increases Blood Thirst. Critical strike damage by 5%, 10%. Was 2-4. Okay. Ignoring that. All right, let's look at PvP talents. Reactive Resin is no longer a PvP talent. Has moved to the Restoration Druid tree. This one is interesting to me. For Mystery Monk, Zen Spheres has been redesigned. Zen Spheres now has a 6-second cooldown. A global cooldown of 1 second. Was 1.5. Each sphere has a new initial heal or damage event. But why don't they elaborate on that? I guess it makes the tooltip too long, but like, what does that mean? Your sphere has a new initial heal or damage event? What? Sphere of Despair now reduces all damage done by 3%. Was only to Monk by... I don't understand this either. Your Sphere of Despair reduces all damage done by 3%. So, oh, that's really annoying. So now when you put a sphere on someone, they do less damage. That's annoying. I don't like that. No, Ven? Yes, Ron. What do you mean, no? Dome of Abyss is no longer a PvP town, has moved to the Mistweaver tree. Yeah, I know that. So, like, if I'm an enemy mage and I get a ball on me, I do less damage to his whole team. That's I know. I'm just saying it's annoying that you not only do you take more damage, you also do less damage, which sucks. New PP talent, Spell Breaker. Eye for an Eye can also trigger at 100% effectiveness from magic damage. Oh, that's nice. Eye for an Eye's damage is increased by 150% in PvP combat. Nice. I like that. New PvP talent, Divine Plea. After casting Aura Master, you restore mana over 20 seconds, but your healing and damage is decreased by 30%. Dang. I don't know if I like that. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh well. I assume it's cancelable. Yeah, if you can cancel it, it won't be too bad. It's not useless if you can cancel it. If you can cancel it, it's actually going to be okay. New PvP talent, Bear the Burden. Word of Glory's mana cost is reduced by 100% and now reduces the cooldown of Blessing of Freedom, but his healing is reduced. Okay, that's protection. Retribution. Ultimate Retribution. Marks an enemy player for Retribution. After they kill an ally within your active aura, if the marked enemy is slain within 12 seconds, you cast Redemption on the fallen enemy. That's going to be really good in Blitz, right? Mark an enemy player for Retribution. After they kill an ally within your active aura, if the marked player is slain within 12 seconds, cast... This will be very niche, but it could be fun in Battlegrounds. I don't think it's going to be that useful in Arena, of course, but maybe. I don't think it's going to be such a rare use case. I don't know if people are going to spend the PvP talents on it. Maybe. Sounds cool, but Mind Games icon has been updated. Elemental Overload damage bonus from Ascendance is reduced by 50% in PvP. The damage of lava bush fired while entering Ascendance is reduced in PvP. A Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning damage from Arc Discharge is reduced by 50% in PvP combat. Volcanic Surge has been removed. Enhancement Shaman, the Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning damage from Arc Discharge is reduced by 50% in PvP combat. All right, we did it, guys. Holy crap, that was a lot of patch notes. I don't know how long that took me. If you guys are still here for that, after all of that, congratulations. We made it. Biggest winners, Hunter. Let's just quickly, we'll do a quick little recap. TLDR, some decent changes here for specifically Reaper on Death Knight. Balanced Druid got some good changes. Dark Ranger and all the Hunter specializations got some good changes. Really nothing for Mage, very minor. Mistweaver Monk got some really, really positive changes, I think. Holy Paladin and Rep Paladin, ton of good changes. Really, really, you got to be stoked. Rogues really didn't get anything. Shaman got a bunch of changes. I can't tell if the Shaman change is going to be good or bad. They sound cool, but I don't know how it's actually going to play out. It sounds like the gameplay should be better, but maybe some people disagree. And yeah, cool. All right, we did it. Great job, everyone.